1 minute.
Honorable Speaker,
Madam.
I'm proud to say the state. I rise here to take part on a very important subject.
That's all.
The agriculture, primary sector. Though during the early period of our independence, the GDP share from this sector was more than 50%. It has now declined less than 20%. Sir, in this situation, the budget presented by the Honorable Finance Minister in the days of acute agrarian crisis, compounded by the adverse impact of the demonetization on agriculture, is a betrayal of the peasantry in our country. Sir, the disruptive consequences of the demonetization has led to a further fall in incomes, threatened to the agricultural production and created uncertainty about any revival of agricultural growth. Sir, large parts of our country are reeling under the drought. Though the members of the Treasury bench that are not understanding, they are not hearing it. Sir, especially the situation of the South India, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana, and also part of Maharashtra is grave. Your own state, sir. Huge deficit in rainfall and crop losses are reported. In Tamil Nadu alone, over 12 lakh acres of land have been left uncultivated. In the last 3 months, over 200 farmers have died. They have committed suicide in Tamil Nadu, it has been reported. And farmer suicide have also increased in Maharashtra. Has been over 4,200 suicides in 2015-16 alone. Sir, malnutrition deaths also rampant. According to some reports, around 40,000 children have died in malnutrition in Maharashtra alone in last 3 years. Sir, unfortunately, the budget reflects an insensitive and inhuman attitude of the government towards the suffering of the peasants and agricultural workers, as well as the toiling masses. Ironically, the budget has been presented with the great hype by the Finance Minister and the corporate media as a pro-farmer budget that will give a boost to agriculture, while actually working to the detriment of farmers and agricultural workers. There is no loan waiver or compensation announced for damages due to drought or demonetization, whereas lakhs of rupees are given compensation to the corporates. Sir, the government has gone back on its promise of ensuring minimum support price, the MSP, for crops. According to the recommendation of the Swaminathan Commission, that is at least 50% above cost of production. MSP of most crops are below even the cost of production. If we take the Arhar, the Tur, the MSP announced rupees 5,050 per quintal. The cost of production according to the state government were 5,722 per quintal in AP, 6,841 per quintal in Telangana. So, sir, and 5,100 per quintal in Karnataka. So farmers are not even getting the 4,500 per quintal as there is no effective procurement. Sir, there are the incidents in Bengal, in Maharashtra, in some other states. People, they are producers, the tomato, potato, they are throwing on the streets. That it is happening in our country. And whereas in this situation, the government, according to the reports, the government, however, has assured MSP along with seeds and technical know-how and also agreed to bear transport costs from farmers in Mozambique, while not taking care of the farmers of our country, while refusing to pay the Indian farmers. Similarly, the decision of import wheat in zero import duty is leading to dumping of wheat at rates ranging from rupees 1,329 per quintal to rupees 1,431 per quintal, which is far below even the MSP, which will be rupees 1,625 per quintal. This will lead to a further crash in prices as the incompetent government has no effective procurement plans. Sir, the talk of price stabilization fund and protection of interest of farmers with remunerative prices have been dumped. The move seems to be aimed to allow corporate companies and big traders of wheat to profiteer at the expense of farmers, and it's according to the dictates of the WTO and countries like USA. This must be immediately withdrawn. The government must instead make preparations on a war footing to procure the wheat grown by our farmers facing great adversities at remunerative prices with incentives over and above the minimum support prices. Sir, on the NREX, yesterday one of the very senior most members from the Treasury branch, happily he is the chairman of the Agriculture Committee, mocked about the NREX. NREX, meaning MREGA, it is an act today. It has assured 100 mandates for the rural families. But what is happening? That the government is claiming that it has allocated a record rupees 48,000 crores. The budgeted rice allocation for MDEX is just 1.1%. Actually, this is only around rupees 500 crores over the revised expenditure of 2016 and 17. The increase over 2016-17B was arrived at due to the intervention of the Supreme Court. It is not by the grace of the government. Sir, so huge, and again, there are huge areas of the wages of the work done remain unpaid. According to reports, 14,000 crore still lying unpaid to the workers. So the budget announced micro-irrigation fund with initial corpus of rupees 5,000 crore. An enhancement of long-term irrigation corpus from the existing corpus of 20,000 crore by rupees 2,000 crore to 40,000 crore. The finance minister have not explained the funds invested, sir. Very important, sir. It is notable that the 11 5-year plan had set aside 67,477 crore for irrigation, irrigating 9.4 million hectares. When we consider the fact that 47 million hectares of cultivable land is unirrigated, the present allocation will even mean rupees 10,000 per hectare. Sir, government while claiming that the farmers, किसानों को बहुत दिया गया, किसी को बहुत सुविधा हो रहा है. Sir, I am coming to the budgetary position just. Sir, if we tally the previous 3 years allocation, during the 2015-16 it was 17,77,000 crore. In the agriculture budget it is allotted 24,909. And 2016-17 it was 40,572. This year it is 51,206. What is the increase? Only 0.18% in comparison to the previous year. And in terms of amount, only 2,454 crores. This is the increase in comparison to the previous year. So what kind of the benefit is extended for the Kishans? And while, and sir, just 1 minute, sir. Now come to the hike or increase to the disasters of the plight of the farming community. Sir, farmers' suicide increased by 42% since the UPS time. State attack on the farmers are on rise. During recent months, 11 farmers have been killed by the police in Assam, Jharkhand and West Bengal. 7 Adivasi Kisan killed by Jharkhand police alone, while democratically raising the voice of the Protect the CNT and SPT Act. The economic review shows negative growth in agriculture in 2016-17. 68% of farming households are under debt. Price of fertilizer, pesticides and insecticides beyond control. So once again, I term this budget is a betrayal to the peasantry of our country. Thank you, sir.